2012, one of the great stories where they knocked off Missouri. Florida, the 1 seed in the West. And the Gators control the tip.
Nine Eagle and Grant Hill. Right now, Norfolk State goes a little minute.
And Robert Jones likes to mix it up. Man-to-man zone, a lot of 2-3 action, but you got to block out against the size and strength of the Gator bigs.
Martin, they double team him. The transfer from Florida Atlantic. Unlimited range for Walter Clayton Jr.
They didn't have to slow him down.
When you open up from Logo Land.
Wow. Does that compliment his ability to turn the corner and get to the rim?
First team All-America from Lake Wales, Florida. Turn to the corner, and it is Darden on the attack.
And right after a game, they don't shoot a lot of three-pointers, the Spartans. They like to get into the paint and right away getting downhill, having success.
Double team, so go upstairs and make it easy for Alex Condon, who gets the deuce.
Their size is impressive, but their passing jumps out.
Florida has scored at least 80 points in 28 games this season. That's second in the country to Alabama, who did it 29 times.
Moore can turn the corner. Inge can turn the corner as well.
Myers, another lefty, off the rim. Clayton controls pace and then can pull up on a dime. Missed it. Brian Moore Jr. averages 18.5 points per game. The MEAC Newcomer of the Year, transferred from Murray State.
That's where he's tough, right there.
Comes up short, offensive rebound. They clear it for Ames. It's off the mark. Mading grabs it, extended possession.
How about these Spartans on the offensive glass, taking a page out of Florida's book?
Yeah, Darden got the first one. Pretty impressive. Mading as well.
Robert Jones barks out instructions to Ings, and he goes to that right hand, but he missed it. He is a lefty when he shoots the ball, but he writes with his right hand. Clayton thought about it. Jump shot is way off there for Martin. Tracked down by Chinyalu.
Shot clock situation.
The ball did not hit the rim.
And they reset it.
Just long enough for you?
When in doubt, no one's open. Just shoot it.
He did the last time. I thought he was going to pull up over here.
Yeah, when you're on the graphic portion of the logo, the brackets, that means you have a lot of confidence.
Rightfully so. He's had a fantastic season this year, and just, you know, he played sort of off the ball last season, put the ball in his hands as a point guard, and more of a complete player this year. Better on defense as well. Fantastic season from that young man.
Transferred from Iona, and the numbers just keep getting better and better.
Look at that duck in. That's that high-low game. Can't stop him.
Chinyalu had more on his hip, and that was not going to be nearly enough.
And that's part of their passing scheme. They're excellent at all spots.
They're bigs. Their bigs are incredible passers.
Aren't they great? Same thing here. Little duck in.
Martin, he's brought a lot of toughness to this program.
Little zone right now, Bird.
Clayton, short, rebounded by Condon. Kick it for the Richard jumper, in and out. Offensive board, Chinyalu, and he got fouled on the interior.
Wow.
So Mading battling for position. This is going to be a tall order, literally, throughout the evening.
He's just checking Chinyalu's sleeve length. Set his arm twice. There's that duck in again.
Condon to the corner. Richard. There were two defenders in the area. Martin.
Good D.
He gets into the teeth of the defense. Switches hands. No. Chinyalu floats it in.
So good. So big and strong. And the crazy thing with Florida, they have multiple bigs. They bring in 7-footers off the bench.
Chinyalu sports a 7'8" wingspan. Transfer from Washington State. 7-2 lead for the Gators.
That weave and then ball screen out top.
Darden trying to turn the corner. He gets engulfed by Chinyalu. Break opportunity here for Florida.
Delay.
Martin for Clayton.
Pretty pass.
The shovel, the extra. Oh! The crank jam for Chinyalu.
One arm wing. Goodness, but what a beautiful delivery before.
9-2, Florida. Ings, hop step, missed it, halfway down.
You can see what Robert Jones was talking about, though. Don't let them speed you up.
They surround Condon, so he finds the open man. Richard can't hit the three. Condon taps the ball to the outside.
Nice slip.
Cutter, Condon, extra, and it's off of Chinyelu, out of bounds.
Well, they have a nice field, don't they?
They really do.
Ooh, that was a tough catch.
You got a taste in the first 4 minutes.
A little hot potato action.
Even hotter potato through the rim. Florida making changes here with Denzel Aberdeen now in the game. So is Thomas Houck and Micah Hanlugton.
Aberdeen occasionally handles it at the point. Some threes, pretty good D.
Tyrell Bladen is in for Norfolk State.
Nice replace.
Myers working his way along the baseline and turns it over.
And what's impressive too defensively with the bigs, the way they can get out and guard the perimeter. See Houck coming in at 6'9" and sliding his feet. So these bigs are versatile for Florida off the bench.
So this is where Clayton go off the ball because Aberdeen can't handle it, but they'll mix and match.
They like this little matchup zone here.
They mix it up pretty good.
Got a rebound out of it.
2-3 zone, 2-1-2 on occasion.
Aberdeen bounce it, swing, shot clock down to 4. Clayton hits it and one. Chance at a 4-point play.
That was not a jump shot. That was a throw shot.
But he glanced at the rim, glanced to see the shot clock and recognized that it was low and just said, you know what? He just raised up, and the hand got caught in the cookie jar as Moore got caught reaching in. Now I think Moore has 2 fouls.
He does.
Strength to deliver that shot.
He just does not need a whole lot of space to get his jump shot off.
Under the rest, too.
86% of the free throw line. And now Moore will sit. He is replaced by Terrence Jones. No points now over the last 4 minutes. And Norfolk State is in a 13-2 hole.
That's tough. Norfolk State's best player is Brian Moore. So
this guy's got to take over the wings. They gave a little ball screen and a replace.
Jones just checked in. Give it up. That won't go for Bladen. Fighting for it. Denied. Hanlugton, but a foul.
Pretty aggressive D, though, right at the point of attack.
Give credit right here. Norfolk State on the glass. Couldn't convert right here, but didn't give up on the play. Just right there, Richard could not control the rebound. And
pretty good block.
Yeah, Bladen in the right place at the right time, though.
Bladen's a 51% free throw shooter. Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download now.
Tyrell Bladen, known for hitting that glass pretty good. Occasional bites you with a deep shot.
It's transfer from Ryder out of Coatesville, Pennsylvania.
Post-up game, you go over that left shoulder as well. Here's that 1-2-2.
That ends a 10-0 run.
They will attack this, and you can get an open look.
Clayton and Aberdeen, they handle it, get it across with about 2 seconds to spare.
That middle's wide open.
And that's the spot. Little high-low game.
Clayton, pull up, ridiculous!
Wow, not much room. And the hand was darn said I had my hand up, coach.
Oh, man. I think he took offense to Robert Jones saying slow him down before the game.
He heard the tape, huh?
The duck in by Ings. Apparently, Clayton also had access to the pregame interview.
Exactly.
16-5 Gators.
They look well prepared. Oh, my goodness. They got a piece.
And he's going to the free throw line. Darden extends out. And that's 3 attempts now for Walter Clayton Jr.
He's just having a ball right here. Doesn't need much airspace. Just a little bump sets him up. Boy, he's quick to off his feet as well.
He's got an energy about him. Just plays fast, great pace, and it's safe to say he'll be playing for quite a while.
Coming from you, that's high praise. Always busy, too, without the basketball.
Just feels like he's in motion. He's moving at his pace, his speed. Efficient in his movement, too.
When he's knocking down three-pointers from the logo, you have to get out there and guard him. He's still capable of turning that corner. I mean, he can get by you, get into the paint, make things happen. Right now, doing it from downtown.
How do you think the people at Iona feel? It's like, we've got a lot of those stories.
Yeah.
Urban Klavjar has checked in. Talented guard from Slovenia.
Nice hands.
The takeaway by Aberdeen. Clayton up top. How the catch? The lay-in plus the foul. Everything is clicking right now for the Gators.
How about the coordination to catch that and make the adjustment at the rim? But the find was beautiful.
Well, I thought Clayton was shooting it.
Well, you're accustomed to that. Look at this run, too. Bigs get up and down the floor. Boy, that is some talent.
Look at that. He got bumped in the air, still able to concentrate. Finish.
Thomas Houck is 6'9", 215 pounds from New Oxford, Pennsylvania. Tough, great feel, multi-dimensional in his approach, and it's 22-5, Florida.
It's tough. Norfolk State, not a three-point shooting team. They like to drive and get into the lane, but the size, too much to handle right now from Florida.
Nice Fields Jr. has it taken away by Houck.
Well, you got to be tough with. Nice hands here.
Overplay there. Touch last by Darden. Knocked out of bounds. Florida retains.
Yeah, you know, Grant, as a player, you must love it when it doesn't stick either. Right. You know, you can set your man up, anticipate, they'll get it to you.
The ball finds energy.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of energy on this Florida team. You got guys that are capable and guys that can make passes.
Wow. Nice pass.
It gets in there. The finish by Hanlongton.
He was free for quite a while. That matchup lacking communication.
And the lead is growing. Ings loses it.
They got a foul.
Yeah. There is a bump on the drive towards the rim. Hanlongton was the last line of defense. Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. Aberdeen will pick up the foul.
I like that Norfolk State. Ings, he's that guy that can get downhill, draw fouls. He's got to be aggressive. Tough, though, against this D.
Jones didn't go. Kept alive by Blady.
He rebounds well, doesn't he?
He does.
Nice little attack after.
He's got good bounce. Gets off the floor in a hurry and has already grabbed a couple of offensive rebounds. He draws the foul on Chinyalu.
Yeah, the problem's been at the other end, really. Getting the second opportunity is essential, but they got to come up with some stops at the other end.
We are 3 hours from Norfolk, so they've got some fans in attendance here. They also have one of the great bands in all of college athletics, Spartan Legion. The one dude knew the camera was on him. He was ready. Everybody else was like, wait, it's our time?
They were entertaining yesterday.
They were.
At the open practice,
And Bird was complaining he couldn't communicate with the head
I was
coach.
complaining that I couldn't hear Grant. I was not complaining that I couldn't hear you.
The coach, I mean.
Oh, the coach.
I mean, Bird was nodding his head to the band.
Yeah, I know that.
He was into it.
24-7 Florida. Sincere McMahon now into the game for the Spartans.
See if he can make some shots for them.
They handle the pressure. Martin back in. Trying to switch it up here defensively.
It blends into they're getting great looks, though.
Klavjar
Can't keep these up.
goes diagonal, and then Aberdeen with that lanky frame gets to the hoop.
Well, they're decimating that.
And Chinyalu right there, screening the help right there. Just massive body there, allowing that easy layup.
And now it's 26-7, Gators. Take away, Martin. He is a man defensively.
And no backcourt either.
Aberdeen comes up short. Chinyalu, two defenders around him, and they get a tie-up. Possession arrow is going to Norfolk State. They do not allow it to go to another level. It was about to maybe get a bit more physical than necessary, but the players back off, the officials get in between. Florida Gators, #1 seed in the West, and looking very much like it. It's all Florida right now, 26-7 moments ago. Tracy with Gators head man Todd Golden.
Well, Walter Clayton Jr. bringing it early, but what else do you like that you've seen from your team early on here?
I think we're playing really hard. We're playing physically. Obviously, Walt's playing fantastic, making a lot of really tough shots, but he's getting other people involved. Other guys are stepping up. Defensively, we've been great. Got to be a little bit better on the defensive glass, but obviously we're playing pretty well right now.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Tracy, third time in program history. They've been a 1 seed.
After review, we have a double technical foul on 2 green and 9 white. Penalties will offset. We have a jump ball and green will have possession on the end line.
So Terrence Jones and Ruben Chinyalu pick up technicals after this back and forth following the whistle.
A little chippy.
A little chippy. I mean, Jones giving up almost 100 pounds, but I admire the fight.
Maybe a little false bravado.
Possession arrow to the Spartans.
They got to get to the foul line somehow. Attack a little bit, maybe get a layup.
Jones faces a double team, the roll,
Pretty.
and the banker goes for Bladen.
He's giving them good minutes.
And maybe their best set. Getting the ball side to side, get that defense to shift.
Everybody runs that point when Clayton gets a blow.
Overload on against this zone.
Look at this, though. Shoot that.
Condon. Bullet feed out for Martin.
Their passing is exceptional.
Aberdeen got him.
Aberdeen. Goodness, what a fine diagonally.
Didn't realize we were getting the ref
I was
lounge
gonna
act
give it a
tonight.
say. Little country for you. Greatest land I've ever seen.
No, just one verse.
We appreciate you being on key, but
Well,
kind of.
key-ish. Jump shot doesn't go for Chris Field Jr. It's a 20-point cushion for Florida. Martin lost his footing, regathers. Martin lets it fly. And the long rebound taken down by Jones.
It's essential. Good
Jones,
cross.
killer cross with the left hand. That was saucy.
How pretty was that? Little blow-by Jones.
Played junior college ball at Eastern Wyoming College. Now a senior from Trenton, New Jersey. Martin, strong move, finish, and the foul.
Where they can beat you with the 3, the bounce, the post up. Dynamic, huh? How about this one now? The lingerie on the deck. And Jones with that blow-by, a little tardy help.
If you talk about the strength right here, Martin just goes up and continues to go up. Those broad shoulders, brings that toughness, competes on both ends.
He was an all-state quarterback at North Pike in Summit, Mississippi. 2,100 yards, 20 touchdowns through the air, 1,300 yards rushing, 13 touchdowns. And you just see the way he carries himself. Very physical in his approach.
That football mentality.
Yeah.
Big time. 32-11, Florida. Myers back in.
He was going right, he didn't go.
Jones, giving them good activity. Aberdeen
squeeze.
couldn't bring it in. Out of bounds, 9:35 mark of this first half.
Heard me singing.
That might have been it.
So to throw him off his game.
There were dogs in certain parts of the country that turned around watching the NCAA tournament. What was that?
Oh, man.
32-11, Florida. Jaylani Darden is back in out of Norfolk, Virginia.
Pretty good coverage. Nobody going to the rim either.
He's got to attack, got the mismatch.
Ings, drive, missed it with the right hand.
They're right there, though. They really support.
They're not falling for his tricks. Klabjar, feed it, Hanlogton, get Aberdeen involved.
Again, it does not stick. Oh, he's pressure on the nice slip. Tough handle.
They believe the ball did bounce off the foot of Sincere McMahon, and they're going to reset the shot clock to 20. Nope, it was actually Myers who got it.
Good call, though.
Lob it in for Condon. Catch and fire. It's a 3 for Martin.
A lot of weapons.
They sure do. They distribute it beautifully.
They're patient. They wait for the right look, not a force. Darden vacates the area. Now he gets involved with 12 to shoot.
They guard out here, keep you outside. No dribble penetration.
Darden switching it up. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. The banker doesn't go for Myers. Offensive rebound, putback is good, and the foul.
They got to chase it. That's the only way they're going to get it. Probably get a decent shot.
I'll tell you, it's the 6th offensive rebound. Tracy talked to Todd Golden about that, and can't be happy, but these guys relentless, staying involved, engaged, and aggressive. That's their game. They get to the glass, they score in the paint, they don't shoot a lot of threes. Only taken 3 tonight, have not made any, but they can get downhill to the paint. They've been effective against the length of Florida.
And he converts. Condon picks up the personal. Clayton and Richard back in for Florida. So Martin handling it. Clayton off the ball.
They're so deep they can. Goodness, Richard right on it here. Looked good, didn't it?
Couldn't hit from the outside. Condon the offensive board. Martin. Bottom. It's a 3.
Now you mentioned so many weapons. I mean, equal distribution. Anybody can fill it up.
9 points for the grad transfer Elijah Martin. 38-14 Florida. They are 6 of 14 from downtown.
12 games with at least 3 threes. Bird, that kid. Martin.
Mading. Soft touch, but it doesn't go. Condon clears. Clayton got off to the hot start, and now others are chipping in the scoring column. Bullet feed. Hanlugton catches it. Hanlugton, physical move for 2.
And how about the hands there from Hanlugton? Bullet pass, caught it with one hand. Great concentration. Kept his composure, didn't walk, finished.
Played a year at Marshall. Looked like he was going to redshirt this year coming off a leg injury, but then decided, no, I want to be a part of this.
And Bird, you do the Nets. He did not play for the Nets, but Utah, right?
Yeah, his dad played for Utah, got traded to the Nets, and never played a game. Ben Hanlugton, very
Look at this kick.
successful career overseas. Flipping ahead. Martin is there. You can't do it any better than that for Florida.
Wow, never touched the floor.
Like the old Celtics right there
Exactly.
on that fast break.
Get it out. Give it to Bill at the end, right? This is gorgeous. What a way to run a fast break. On fire.
2012 NCAA tournament round of 64. 15th seed Norfolk State authored one of the most shocking upsets in tournament history. They took down the 2 seed Missouri. Kyle O'Quinn, 26 points, 14 rebounds. At the time, it was just the 5th 15 versus 2 upset. We are now at a total of 11. It has become a bit more common.
You might say.
Just judging off the math, the data.
Well, so many teams in my mind are so even, Bird, as the years progress, and the portal's going to make it more so, I think, with exceptions.
Darden off the dribble, bouncing. Bladen couldn't catch it. Out of bounds. 6:32 mark in his first half. So far, it's a good night to be a Gator. Norfolk State in a deep hole moments ago. Tracy with head coach Robert Jones.
Coach, with the way the game is going so far, how do you chip away at this lead?
Well, one, it's a long game still. I mean, we got still 26 minutes left of basketball. We're down 28 points. We got to chip away a point a minute pretty much to make sure we're back in the game.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
10 seconds on the shot clock, 6:32 on the game clock. Brian Moore Jr. with those 2 fouls back in there for the Spartans.
Tough to get back in because Florida plays excellent defense, too. It's overshadowed by the efficiency at the other end.
Open look.
This would help.
Ings nails the triple.
And a nice inline out of bounds play right there.
Real good set. Newman Goretti, as you mentioned.
Florida #1 in the country in offensive efficiency, according to Ken Palm. Clayton drains the three.
Wow.
He was out of the game. I thought, well, maybe it'll be a little chilly when he gets back in.
In addition, they are 10th in the country in defensive efficiency.
35% as a team.
Bladen,
Nice cut.
back door, and the lay-in for Darden.
Yeah, Bladen on the offensive glass a few times. That time with a nice delivery.
45-19, under 6 minutes to go in this first half. Get it back into the hands of Clayton. Clayton, deep one, no good, short. He was tripped more. It happened right at midcourt as he was trying to make his move in transition.
Really solid basketball. We're going to get a little set up here with a little back cut. Just excellent play. Bladen fills the top. Very nice. That open middle, maybe something to go to.
That foul was called on Elijah Martin. Chris Fields Jr. back in for Norfolk State along with Terrence Jones.
Drop defense, you can get a little jumper. A little hold, I thought.
And Moore lost it. Get it ahead. Give it up. Unselfish. Hauk with the throwdown.
And Hauk did not give up on the play. Excellent pursuit.
47-19, Florida. We still have 5:05 to go in this first half. The Gators come in averaging 85.4 points per game.
Got to slow them down somehow, right? All these runouts, got to balance the floor. There's that drop coverage.
Darden takes the hit from Hauk. Couldn't finish it. Condon handling it.
Look at the big fella.
Clayton.
Look at him run.
Return feed. Condon pivots. Missed it. Popped up in the air and good for Hauk.
And the versatility. Condon gets the defensive rebound, starts the break.
They are just coming at Norfolk State in waves.
They are primed.
Moore,
Nice
knock away.
Watch the trail.
Clayton, he's got Richard. Razzle dazzle, and Richard is fouled.
Maybe a little early to
Yeah.
get him to do, right?
Yeah.
Just slow it down, let him catch up.
Clayton has such a burst there. He was waiting for him.
Yeah. Good foul, though.
Yeah.
You don't want to get embarrassed.
So Will Richard, the transfer from Belmont, will shoot two.
And when you think of Belmont, you think of all three-point shooters, don't you, over the years?
100%, yeah. He's had some big games this year, too. Richard himself.
Had 33 points in that loss to Colorado in the NCAA tournament last year. Stream CBS Sports HQ, your free 24/7 snapshot of all the sports that matter to you. Catch highlights, in-depth analysis, breaking news anywhere you are. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. Another one here for Richard, who is now on the board. And Florida has put up 51 points. The SEC tournament champions. They beat Tennessee in the title game 86-77.
Took care of Tennessee during the season by a big number, too.
Fields. No. Rebounded by Richard.
Always looking to push.
Richard. Off.
We shoot where Steph shoots from.
Yeah, Steph's from North Carolina.
The zigzag move there by Jaylani Darden, the transfer from Longwood.
He's grabbing his wrist maybe there. Nice move there, but you're right. Taking turns shooting from deep here, these Gators.
Clayton, give it up. Aberdeen.
Nice replace.
In and out for Hauk. And it's going to stay right here. This is the first time Florida has had a 50-point first half in an NCAA tournament game. 3:15 to play. The Gators getting it done in Raleigh. been a beautiful half of basketball for the Florida Gators, 51-21, 12 assists for the Gators so far, limiting the turnovers, just 2.
Efficient.
Walter Clayton Jr. is 1 point away from 2,000 in his college career. Chinyelu at the line. 58% shooter. Discovered at the NBA Academy in Senegal. He brings an edge. That is something that Todd Golden talked about. Elijah Martin brings an edge. And as Tracy mentioned at the top of the show, that's what they needed. They looked at their team from last year. They could score with anybody last year. They needed that mentality.
The toughness, the physicality, the edge, as you said.
And they stretched the D with the three-point shooting, so they're tough covers.
A drive by Jones. Inside. The block by Clayton. He just got Mading. Richard had it poked away. Battle for it. Scooped up by Darden. Darden's losing his shorts, and he weighs it in, plus the foul.
Losing your shorts, getting fouled, and still being able to make the play. You should get 4 points for that.
Well, you make the deuce before you feel embarrassed, right?
I don't think he felt embarrassed at all.
Hang on there. Droopy drawers to the 10.
It's officially March Madness if you had droopy drawers on your bingo card.
He almost had his own lingerie on the deck.
That would embarrass it.
There might be an NIL deal in there.
That's true.
If there is, they'll find it.
53-24, Gators. We're down to 2:35 remaining in this first half. Averaging using the screen from Chinyelu.
On that high-low, that is just a pretty set.
Chinyelu missed it on the interior.
Such a good passing team as well.
Mading, a factor.
cut.
Bullet feed, layup goes, and it was Fields running the floor. First 2 of the night for the Petersburg, Virginia native Chris Fields Jr. Clayton loses it. Turnover. Ings on the push. Ings to the rim. Hangs and hits.
Well, he attacked the chest. Whew. Got away with one.
Down goes Ings.
Yeah.
Offensive foul.
And Raph, how about these Spartans right
Love
now? Showing some fight, some grit.
How about that pass there?
Right
on
traffic.
the money. Oh,
Said it best, going right into the chest of the shot blocker right there.
not giving an inch. Goodness. He's going right to that lefty.
Christian Ings has got major hops. Known as Agent Zero with that uniform number.
Nice slip.
Returning the favor. Fields to Ings with a tasty dish.
What a great look by Fields. Boy, really showing some heart. Robert Jones got to feel good right now.
It is a 9-0 run. Houp goes inside.
He walked, though.
Chinyelu doesn't get it to go. Norfolk State on the push. Fields gets cut off.
Empty side now.
Jones turns the corner, blocked by Chinyelu. Ahead, Martin accelerates but doesn't get the roll. Handled there by Mading.
Tough when you use the glass.
Fields is going to challenge and flip it in.
It's terrific. Love the heart these kids are showing.
We are down to 40 seconds left. 11-0 run. Houp sets, fires, short.
Last shot.
Raph, they're getting stops.
Yep, they are.
Darden directing traffic.
Not giving up easy hoops either. That helps.
They know they can hold for one, right? Apparently not. Mading misses from long range. Out of bounds. Coming up, AT&T at the half. Scores, highlights, all the latest NCAA tournament news. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half.
Talk about a spirited halftime. Feel more like your team right now. They're paying attention.
Well, something to go into the half.
Yeah.
Something to build upon. Feel good about yourself.
Florida has scored just 2 points over the last 4 minutes.
He was confident when he was talking about chipping away. Not quite a point a minute, but
They're chipping.
yeah.
Down to 7 seconds.
Nice
and that
denial.
ball pinballed around. Opportunity.
Nice steal.
And that is how it's going to end. A flurry at the end of the first half from the Spartans of Norfolk State. 11-0 run to head into the locker room. They trail the #1 seed in the West, Florida, 53-32. So here we go. Second half action. Winner goes to the second round in the West region.
The horn set, a little dive.
Around the perimeter, Condon drives in. Fields is starting the second half.
Good pass.
Martin couldn't finish it, but a foul.
Like that, Martin attacking the closeout. He hit some three-pointers earlier, but attacking downhill, getting points in the paint. And speaking of points, that's impressive. That's three-pointers and at the rim. Certainly the advent of analytics in the game and maybe the influence of the NBA.
Absolutely.
Foul on Fields. Another free throw coming for Elijah Martin. Over 1,500 career points for him.
Grant, you mentioned the closeout, but the ball movement to get it to the opposite side, it's just exquisite.
And oh, by the way, they're not missing at the free throw line. They're 12 of 12. Ings. And that flip with the right hand for Christian Ings.
Impressive. He can get it going.
11 points to lead the Spartans.
See if they can get back to their big game here with some high-low stuff.
Chinyalu feeds it. Sealing the area. Condon had it blocked on the interior. And it's scooped up by Mading. Let's check in with Tracy.
And lots of hooting and hollering coming out of that Norfolk State locker room. They are coming out with that belief after that 11-0 run to end the half. Robert Jones said that run showed Florida is human. He told him sometimes you play the name on the front of the jersey, not the individual player. He said the pressure is all on Florida, not on them.
Clayton can't hit from the corner. And they're doing it without Brian Moore, their leading scorer, 18.4 per game. He has not scored yet until now.
Nice call, coach. Little blow by. He's very good getting the touch of the lane. Tough shot.
Off balance, it goes! And that is 2,000 career points for Walter Clayton Jr. and can add another at the free throw line.
How soft the touch, going left, full speed. And this is what we've been looking for all night. He is good getting in the lane. Brian Moore, Jr. and the counter. Big time smooch.
You know, Florida's had difficulty keeping Norfolk State out of the paint. That last stretch of the game there in that first half and even starting this second half, Todd Golden not happy, I'm sure, with defensively keeping your man in front of you and out of the paint.
(57-36) Gators. 2 minutes gone by in this second half.
No post-up game, so it's all off the bounce if you want to get in the rim.
Moore switching hands.
Good cut.
Thread the needle down there. Ings lost his footing for a moment, trying to create some space. Moore, shot clock is at 3.1, and there's contact. LG OLED Evo AI, the best TV in the game. Ings appears to be okay. Brian O'Connell was just checking on him. Our lead official with Vladimir Voyard Tadal and Tim Smith. Entry, Fields. And he banks it in over Hanlongton.
And Rap, they're going right at those big guys.
They are.
6 points off the bench. Easy answer and one for Condon.
It's not only the running of the floor, the positioning of the bigs, getting prepared, prepping for an entry pass. That time, Condon.
They must teach that. First of all, right here, just faces him up. Nice footwork. Little jump hook off the glass. And you're right. They must teach them at Florida. Just run right to the rim.
To rim, right?
Everyone does it.
Yeah, and they do it beautifully.
And they get rewarded.
Right.
Second foul on Mading, who now sits. Condon has it bounce in. That kind of night for the Gators. Tyrell Bladen is back in for Norfolk State.
Empty side here. Bladen ducked in. They had him.
Moore, try the shake and bake. Clayton doesn't bite. Fields will drive it. Off balance, no. And a push on the inside. It was Hanlongton on Bladen. Right now, let's take a look at our AT&T connected cam. This one took a circuitous route through.
It's called touch, Bird.
Or that. Darden, the trigger man, bounces. Making himself available, Chris Fields Jr.
And he just finds the seams, you know, just has a way, a nose for scoring in the interior.
And bad defense, too.
Richard misses badly from the outside. Look out. Photographers appear to be okay. Jaylani Darden checking.
Appreciate the hustle there. And
bracing for contact.
Or getting out of the way.
Yep. Block charge. What do you got?
You know, sometimes you see this more at the next level, but you get off to such a great start early. You get up 30.
Yeah.
You know, you got 12 minutes left, 13 minutes left, not taking anything away from Norfolk State because they've been great. And then you can become a little complacent
Mentally.
and it's hard to get back up and give Norfolk State credit.
And a reach-in foul against Moore.
He didn't have to foul. He had total control of the big guy.
And
he was struggling.
That's number 3 from the Harlem, New York native. MEAC Newcomer of the Year, all MEAC first team.
One of the games I watched was their Howard game. One of your buddies there,
Yeah,
Kenny Blakely, right?
Kenny Blakely won the MEAC the last 2 seasons before this year.
They spread it here with Richard. The bigs involved on the perimeter.
Exchanging sides on the baseline. Pretty good coverage.
Shot clock winding down. And a bailout. Clayton gets bailed out by the 4th foul of Brian Moore Jr. There was literally 1/10 of a second left on the shot clock.
And Raph, you get the sense that Clayton likes when it's a short clock.
Just get it to me, right? But nice baiting too, don't you think?
Yeah.
That little pump.
You gotta respect the pump, but you gotta be smart. Those 2 fouls here, one way out here near the half-court line, picking up that foul on Condon, and then right there on Clayton. Moore has to sit.
When we asked Todd Golden about Clayton and the season that he's had, Moore to the bench, he said he just makes the right play. Whether he shoots it, whether he passes it, whether he's facilitating, he's always consistently making the right play for this team.
And he said the D is getting better at all ends too. Pretty solid play. They do have great guards though.
Terrence Jones replaces Moore. Another free throw here for Walter Clayton Jr.
Are you still sending your per diem to Bobby Hurley?
Is that what you did?
You know, he gets a care package every once in a while.
Speaking of great guards in college, right?
One of the best all-time assist leader in NCAA history.
The lead is 23 for Florida. Jones puts it on the floor, blasts to the rim, couldn't finish it. Fields is there, the follow doesn't go. Same team battling. Fields, that's a tough angle high off the window.
And Bladen initially kept that going. They cleaned it up for him.
He was part of the MEAC all-rookie team as a freshman. His numbers as a sophomore, 8.2 points, 4.3 rebounds, and a steal per game for Chris Fields Jr. Condon, straight away Trey.
Great rotation.
Book it.
Goodness.
Wow.
He can load him up from deep. That's his 16th of the year.
And he's got 8 points.
You know, he was a cricket player, too.
And water polo.
Don't bring up other sports.
Wait,
Australian football.
Why are you working into ref's territory here?
He's rubbing off on me.
Darden, teardrop.
Pretty. Nice bite, a quick timeout by Robert Jones.
15:20 to play in regulation. Norfolk State certainly has made it more interesting, but Todd Golden is getting a dynamo performance out of the Gators.
The bigs inside, the passing has been spectacular, the physicality. Everyone getting involved, running the floor, Hauk right there. And look at this, this was just textbook fast break action out in the open floor, off of turnovers, missed shots.
Whoa.
And even a little
That's
MMA
what-
action. What is going on here?
That kid may need to tap out.
Bird like to do that to us at the end of games. Give us the doggies. Well, they run the
Sunday.
floor. They run the floor though, beautifully, Grant.
They really do.
Aberdeen out of the timeout. Hauk. He's tripped hard. Contact with Fields. Foul.
I think he would have shot that if he had been in the game. Passed it up, put it on the floor.
Let's get an update.
Oh, man.
Oh, they're
Still going.
filming it. Is he okay? Is this kid okay? He's okay. Everybody's okay.
I feel better.
Our tournament summary, 12 seeds. Once again, having success. Colorado State, McNeese advancing 2 first-round wins in 3 of the last 4 tournaments for 12 seeds. Duke moves on with ease. 3 double-digit seeds advancing in the West region, Arkansas and Drake.
Passing big, such a luxury. Look at that.
Clayton making his
goodness.
move to the rim, fed perfectly, and you feel so good as a coaching staff coming out of a timeout when it all works out in that manner.
Well, it works when you have bigs that can make those kind of passes.
Right. Guards can take the night off sometimes.
23 points for Walter Clayton Jr. Fields backing in on Hanlupton.
Oh, such a good passer too. They got a small change, a little nickel dimer.
They did.
On this is just pretty.
That's number 3 on Micah Hanlupton. Spent 1 year at Marshall. Sun Belt Rookie of the Year that season. Had a major lacrosse background. That's for you, ref.
All sports.
Get it in for Fields, and he flips it in.
They've had trouble handling the baseline out of bounds.
Yeah, they have it. He has that nose for the basket. But right now, guys, going back to the last 9 minutes into the first half, let's say Norfolk State 25-15 run offensively. So they've settled down and they found a comfort zone offensively here against Florida.
Tells you a lot about them too.
Martin swing. Hauk thought about it. Instead, into the hands of Clayton. Working around. Hanlupton. Shot clock at 3.
Gotta shoot it
And it's denied by Fields.
in time.
Jumper doesn't go. Tip in, no. And the track down by Martin. Contact and a foul.
And that's that toughness, that aggressive nature he possesses.
Bladen just said, hey, that's on me. That's on me. He said it twice, so he means it. Third foul on Bladen.
I believe him.
And it's going to send Elijah Martin to the free throw line. That's 17 fouls against Norfolk State.
Heard 124 games. Florida Atlantic, pretty impressive.
Clayton sits. Clabjar is in. Short.
Nice rebound.
Hanlupton, offensive board, reload here for the Gators.
Gotta play this guy.
And Hauk, an air ball on a 3. Hanlupton
Save.
does save, but it got tossed all the way to the backcourt and out of bounds.
And recall, they've struggled on baseline out of bounds. Defending. Really the first time Todd stood up and was a little aggravated. Things were going so smoothly.
Florida actually finished second in the SEC regular season, a game behind Auburn, but then the run in the conference tournament continued to open eyes around the country. Dribble drive Jones, give up to Bladen. He got met there by Hanlongton. Bladen, spin. Hanlongton gets a piece. Shot clock down to 4.
In trouble.
Ings peeks at the clock, fires off the rim.
The hustle. Love it.
Rebounded by Myers, and extended possession here for the Spartans. Ings has got 2 screens out front. Pick and pop, Myers, bottom.
How about that? Get to your sweet spot and drill it.
68-48. Floater, good, and a foul. Aberdeen is a blur.
Speed.
And that's how you attack a little bit of pressure right there. You make them pay. Aberdeen catches it at half court. 2 dribbles at the rim. He got fouled a couple times on that drive. Just shows you backup point guard high off the glass. And as you said to Bird earlier, that's a little touch.
Sweet touch.
And that is number 4 on Bladen. Aberdeen out of Orlando, converts on the 3-point play.
He's going to have some good nights. Big against Mississippi State with 20. Pretty solid backup.
Norfolk State started the game 8 of 24. Since they've gone 13 of 19. They're dealing with some foul trouble, Moore and Bladen for the Spartans.
I like the way they're attacking and also attacking the glass too.
Darden drives in on Aberdeen, shot clock at 12.
There you go.
To the rim, it goes for Ings.
Unabashed against the big.
13 for Christian Ings out of Newman Goretti High School in Philadelphia. Won 2 state titles. Hauk. One and done. Rebounded by Jones. 12 minutes to play. Jones turns the corner, and it's through the hands of Mading. Out of bounds.
Too much heat.
And went in there with bad intentions right there, but impressive how they keep getting into the paint. Norfolk State going at the Gators.
Be prepared for history to be written in the 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs. NHL on TNT playoff coverage begins April 19th on TNT, TBS, and Max. This building, of course, the home of the Carolina Hurricanes, currently sitting in 2nd place in the Eastern Conference standings. Florida up 71-50 on Norfolk State. Ball fake. Condon works in. Can't finish. Hauk flies
Nice
in.
hands.
Keeps it alive.
Left guard getting some good minutes.
Condon can't hit the 3. Follow. No good. But a foul. Hauk will shoot 2. We check in with Tracy Wolfson.
Indefinite frustration in that Florida huddle during that timeout. Todd Golden wrote 4 keys on his whiteboard. 1, keep someone in front. 2, contain penetration. 3, rebound. And 4, stop being reactive. Instead, be proactive.
Well, he's right. I mean, this second half, Norfolk State 69% from the field. And really all of it has been going downhill, getting into the paint, scoring at the rim. 40 of their 50 points overall are in the paint. So they're not beating you from downtown. You got to take some pride and take some ownership defensively and guard your man. So not surprised that he was a little bit disappointed in that last time out.
With Norfolk State, you try to look for comps on their schedule. They lost to Tennessee this season 67-52. They lost to Baylor 94-69. They played Stanford, lost that game 70-63. But there is a competitive spirit with this Spartan squad, and we've seen it on display at the end of the first half,
Nice
into the
curl.
second half, and there is Darden with an NCAA tournament highlight.
Great set. Beautiful.
Picked them apart.
Yeah, he did.
13 now for Darden. Condon, backdoor, Klebjar, Ball gets knocked away, retrieved by Ings. Ings, kick, corner. Jones, another deflection. Jones tracks it down.
Yeah, don't leave your feet.
We're down to 10:35 to play in regulation. It's a 20-point game, but it doesn't feel like it.
No.
Norfolk State has been so competitive, it feels closer.
A little bang, Aberdeen, trying to ice it one way. It's admirable. Or just the ability to curl, see it right in here, get the ball opposite. Look at
Slice
that
action,
Isn't that pretty?
And the fact that they have been this competitive without Brian Moore Jr., who's been a bit of a non-factor because of the foul trouble.
Ings has done a good job. Darden's done a good job.
Right, Moore's, I mean, he almost has 20 points a game.
4 team fouls against the Gators.
Ding gets right inside to help on the glass.
Darden,
3.
Myers, it's off. Quickly ahead for Aberdeen.
Nice post up here.
Opportunity for Condon, one-on-one with Myers.
Watch the hook.
Drop step, and the block by Myers.
How about that? Should have gone to the hook. Went right back with that right hand to the head.
Can they put real pressure now on the Gators?
They're running their sets.
Darden, pull-up jump. Yes.
How about that?
Not only
Lefty going righty.
Well, not only are they running their sets, they're getting what they want on the offensive end. The shots they want, the shots that are best for them. The body language, a lot different for Norfolk State here.
Oh, Aberdeen
Contact.
with one.
Myers goes down. Richards swing. They let Condon take it, and he banks it in. A triple off the glass.
Fortuitous. That's what it's there for.
Alex Condon from down under. 11 points for Condon. He's got 9 in the second half. Ings, hard drive, dish, foul called. Mading will go to the free throw line.
Well, they're getting available too on the dribble penetration. Red Auerbach used to say, it's your best friend, the glass, and why not? Ooh, bang, kids.
You know, my freshman year at Duke, when I struggled at the free throw line, my dad would tell Tommy Amaker, who's an assistant coach, tell Grant to use the backboard on the free throws.
He was good in football, I think.
Tommy would say, I advise you not to do that. But Mr. Hill, I have to relay the message from Mr. Hill.
Tell your dad to stick to his trade. Oh, what a sweetheart.
So here comes Clayton and Martin, replacing Clabjar and Aberdeen. Another free throw here for Kuel Mading, who transferred from Buffalo, played there 2 years.
I could just picture Tommy trying to explain to your dad, you know, in his nice soft way.
Yeah, it's a 20-point game, 75-55 Florida, 8.5 remaining.
Nickel dimer again on the cut. Darden grabbing a hold.
And
Richard.
that's going to be double bonus. 10 team fouls, third personal on Darden.
They put so much pressure on you with their activity.
They do. They do. You know, it's interesting. I remember yesterday talking with Todd Golden during their open practice, and he talked about, you know, the beginning of the season, no one really expected a lot from this group. But then all the expectations, they had a great end of the year, obviously the SEC Conference Tournament champions, and handling success. And that's something that this group, learning how to handle success and expectations that come with that.
Christian said different guys each night, too. He doesn't have to rely on one.
Ball bounces out of bounds. And it also changes the way people view you. They see you differently maybe than you even see yourself. And you have to manage that, going from being a nice team, quality team, to a championship contender.
He worked under Kyle Smith at Columbia and at San Francisco.
He played at St. Mary's.
Yeah. Eddie Bennett, so he's been around some great people.
head coach of the NCAA tournament for San Francisco. They've made 4 of their last 5, trying to cut into this Florida lead. Just over 8 minutes to play.
They're making them pay for their aggressive play.
Jones, one-on-one with Clayton. Leaves his feet, and they turn it over. We'll break away, come back to Raleigh after this. Yes, Raph was nodding.
Away from Oklahoma, transferred, aggressive player, tough, hard-nosed.
Our game summary, Florida up 76-55, but the Spartans are actually out shooting the Gators 51% to 47%. Points in the paint belongs to Norfolk State. The great start for Florida. They just put so much room between them and their opponent.
I think they'll be working on individual one-on-one containment if they get by this game.
Yeah.
They've got to.
They got to work on. They got to clean that up.
Norfolk State is not a three-point shooting team, 1 of 9. So when you're in a deep hole, tough to come back if you don't shoot the 3 well. Clayton missed it from the side. Condon through his hands, and a foul is called after the ball leaked over to Richard. And it's going to be Ings.
Very fortunate with that wide open look. Everybody doubled up, tripled up.
Yeah,
good ball reversal.
I didn't know what was happening defensively. Might have been some confusion, but it's like they ran somebody at the ball to leaving, of course, the best shooter and best player open, Clayton.
And he can add to his point total now with 23. Or I should say that's Richard going to the free throw line. He averages 13.6. He has scored 4. He's yet to make a field goal. All of his shots have been from three-point territory. He's 4 of 5 at the line. (78-55) Gators. Moore back in, playing with the 4 fouls. Bladen also playing with 4 fouls.
Boy, they are on the go to the rim, though, aren't they?
Making his move, Moore with a deuce on the inside.
And nobody taking away that baseline drive and no resistance at the rim. This team's too good.
Oh my! Taken away by Darden.
Give it up. Pretty.
Moore ahead. Ings elevates. He's met there by Condon. He got blocked by the Aussie. But a foul is called after the initial action.
How about the reaction by Condon? The giveaway at the end, but he did not give up on this play at all.
Well, I mean, how about Ings, 6'2", going up with 2 hands to try to dunk on a 7-footer. Oh, man.
He's got some hops.
He does.
Again, being alert on the inbounds if you've been up easy hoops.
Foul was on Condon. That's 16 fouls against Florida.
And Bladen with a takedown.
Moore off balance, had a little too much English on it. Clayton for Condon. Richard against Fields. We're down to 6:42 to play. Martin lines it up. Another offensive rebound. Battle. Condon. Bodies there. Foul called. Watch rip-around coverage on all men's games with Fast Break, presented by Nissan in the March Madness Live app. 18 offensive rebounds for the Florida Gators. The 4th foul on Jaylani Darden.
Condon last year had 45 blocks, Birds, and that play didn't surprise you, right?
Out of Perth, Australia, his numbers have gotten better from freshman year to sophomore year. More responsibility. 12 points, 5 rebounds. Here tonight in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
2 more years, too.
Did I mention he played cricket?
Yep, I think we got that one in there. Another offensive board. Ooh. That's a grown man's jam.
And Chillaloo with a seal as well. You saw him do that in the first half. But how about that? Ringing the bell.
81-57 Florida. just over 6 minutes to play.
Nice little set right here. Screen away and a screen down for a good look.
Rims out for Darden. Out of bounds off of the Gators.
You called it right now. Beautiful drive right there. But Chinaloo screening the help. No one coming over from the weak side. They couldn't get around Chinaloo. And Martin attacking with authority.
Terrence Jones gets it in for Moore.
They run some great stuff, Grant.
Nice sets,
Yeah.
for sure.
Moore's jumper, too strong. Rebounded by Clayton. Moore is 1 of 11 as part of the three-point totality of Norfolk State.
A turnover by Clayton, but Richard should have come all the way over to help him out around the wing.
Ings gets the call from Robert Jones. High screen Fields. Little buck. Fields works in. He's crafty.
Oh, crafty and tough upper body. Just manhandled Clayton.
7 of 11 from the field, 14 points for Fields. But as mentioned, they are 1 of 11 from downtown.
Now, people watching this game are thinking, listen, this Florida team handled them. This team has competed at Norfolk State. Nice spin.
Hout kick, Richard, 7 to shoot. Work it over to Martin, and he draws the foul with 4.9.
Jones with that little nickel dimer.
Welcome to your new American dream. See inside the lives of global sports and entertainment superstars, Jake and Logan Paul, in their new family reality series. Don't miss Paul American, streaming Thursday exclusively on Max. It's Terrence Jones with his third personal. Martin back to the free throw line.
Now, we mentioned earlier, Bird, that you really can't key on anybody with Florida. This is an example here on the foul line. The ability to make threes and twos, and 70 20-point games he's had in his career.
He plays bigger than 6'2", 210. You just feel like, no, he must be bigger than that. That's his physical profile.
And you saw that when he was at Florida Atlantic.
Yes.
I mean, just, you know, they were a small team, but he played big, had that toughness, and certainly brought that to Gainesville this year.
Under 5 minutes to play. Florida in control against Norfolk State. And another foul called to stop the clock at the 4:48 mark. And it's going to be number 4 on Richard.
Didn't have to foul. Had the help in the back there.
Six-game winning streak for Florida, 12-1 in its last 13 games heading into the NCAA tournament.
But Charles at halftime was all over Florida. He loves it.
Well, they beat his Auburn team, that's why.
Oh,
Yeah. It's personal.
By the way, he mentioned about 10 or 11 teams he thought from the SEC could win it all.
He started going down the list. I was like, Charles, when is it going to end? No, but he obviously watches a great deal of SEC basketball and respects this team. Just have not put together a solid second half for Florida. I tell you, Robert Jones has his team competing, playing, no fear. That's what you want.
And no backing off. Everybody can run that baseline. We've seen that in this tournament. Teams getting locked in.
Well, run and jump.
Aberdeen ahead. Strong move. The banker doesn't go for Hout, but a foul.
Not afraid to attack when you're a three-point shooter as well.
So more free throws here for the Gators as Bladen has fouled out.
Good effort this kid had all game long.
He really
Beat
did.
it.
Exits with 5 points. Gets some love from his head coach, Robert Jones, the 45-year-old who has been at the helm the last 12 years for Norfolk State. He was a high school head coach out on Long Island in New York, assistant at New Paltz and Bard. He played at New Paltz. Another free throw for Hout. And when we talked to Robert Jones about what made this team, this year's version especially, just said, great depth. We don't lose anything when we go to the bench. We go to the bench with confidence that we can still run our stuff and be successful.
And you've seen that tonight.
Yeah, you have.
When we asked him, hey, you're going to make changes going against Florida, he said, hey, we can only be who we are. We're not going to try to be something that we're not because of the opponent. Of course, there are tweaks based on who you're playing, and they learned very quickly what Florida was capable of. Whole lot of dunks.
They were solid that first half, Florida.
And Clayton just took over the game to start.
This kid's strong. Nice help.
The block by Hauk on Fields.
Give it up.
Aberdeen to Hauk flying through the air. The layup for Hanlongton.
Great presence of mind. Not to do anything silly, though.
But how about Hanlongton running the floor like that, getting down there and making himself available?
Down to 3:50 to play. Looked like Florida was going to put up a whole lot of points, and even though the pace slowed down a bit for them, in and out for Jones, the number's still going to be an impressive one.
Talking about Biggs running, Golden is another at Michigan.
Oh, wow.
Saw him and big guys that are mobile.
You have to be
asset.
You have to be in today's game.
You also realize how good FAU was. Look at how all the players have gone elsewhere and have been very successful.
Great point.
And the coach as well.
Jumper goes for Richard, a straightaway tray.
And he's raising the hands upward. Delighted. Knocking one down.
89-61. Gators. Moore makes his move. And he gets it to go.
Good hang. Quick timeout.
No fear.
Interesting. You try and jump that passing lane, you come up empty. Puts a lot of pressure on your inside defense.
Timeout here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
So at times we've seen how dominant the Gators have been defensively, and certainly Todd Golden approved that first half. Maybe a little better here in the second half they can improve upon.
They handle the full court pressure. Under 3 minutes to go.
Looking to double, they're going to press.
Hand it, Richard, Aberdeen, flyby.
Steps or stepped out.
Out of bounds.
There's the old Jerry Stackhouse, you know, on the sideline there. Heel going out of bounds. But you're right, it looked like Norfolk State was trying to do some trapping there, try to speed things up.
Was that an anti-Carolina jab?
Sure, as a former teammate.
Okay.
Played with the Pistons.
That's right.
Foul is called on Aberdeen.
You said Gator, right? Instigator?
Instigator. Like Raf is an official Instigator.
How about those two forwards, though, with the Pistons? Pretty good.
That was good changing subjects there. I like that.
Yeah. Also an Insta deflector.
Trying to move on.
Yep, that's your brethren right there. The Gator and the Instigator.
Of the two of you, he would be the only guy, the three, I should say, to pick up the check from him.
Free throw is good by Ings. He'll get a second. So what do you think Florida takes away from all this? Good news, bad news, the way they started, and then the lull that hit late in the first half that spilled over?
I think Todd Golden uses the second half, like to show, like, look, we didn't play well. And to stay on them, continue to harp and message what's important. You got to play 40 minutes. And so this might end up being a good thing for Florida moving forward.
Is it too late to do the zigzag drill at this point in the season?
After the game, maybe?
Yeah.
Hauk zigzags in.
Good play.
And he's fouled.
Sharp kid. Really is a nice understanding of what to do.
He's got a non-stop motor. Every time you watch him, either end of the floor, he's moving, a lot of activity.
You think coaches give any consideration to saying, okay, we had this lead, our guys relaxed a little bit, or do you think it's the other analysis? Hey, got to keep the pedal to the metal, every trip's big. The good ones, I think, go that way.
Yeah, no, definitely. Never satisfied this time of year. You still want a balance between pushing guys, holding them accountable, but also instilling confidence at this juncture of the season. And certainly Golden, everything he's done, he's worked this season with his team, and he'll have the pulse and understand how to communicate best to his ball club.
Yeah, and the way he described it, At different parts of the season, they felt maybe undervalued or underappreciated or underrated, and now, poof, they're one of the favorites to win the whole thing.
Great point.
Ings with 2 defenders there.
Nice hands, Ings.
Takes it away, and Ings rising up again. He does not back down from a challenge. A foul is called.
I think he's exhausted. The line on the ground there. What a spurt he has given them, going left or right.
Every reason to be exhausted. Just so much energy. Look, 3 guys there. Just going right at the rim.
They've got a freshman now in there for Florida, Isaiah Brown, guard from Orlando. And Ings will shoot a pair with 1:59 on the clock.
It's interesting. They do like to scramble and gamble, and this is a tough team to do it against because they can make open shots.
Well, they can make open shots, and they're a great passing team as well.
Mello Baines is in, native of Norfolk, for Norfolk State. Another one for Ings. 6th year. Missed 22-23 with a torn ACL. Spent 2 years at Rider.
He checks out of the game now, Ings, and I tell you, he gave everything he had in this game here tonight.
Well, you mentioned Ryder, graduate Digger Phelps. A couple of years back.
Oh, they were both going for it.
Nice behind the back pass.
And the lefty jumper does not go for Brown.
And Isaiah.
And he does get the jam.
That he could do, huh? He had made 3 of the threes earlier.
Isaiah Brown going upstairs. 93-66. Myers cans a triple.
Didn't get many of those early, did they?
Just not their forte. They don't make a lot of threes. They don't shoot it particularly well when they do take them. Deep one, Klebjar. Offensive rebound,
Nice
hand-locked
kick.
in. Attacking the rim, it's Thomas Houck.
And 2 plays in a row, hand locked in, gets the offensive rebound, and finds a teammate streaking to the basket.
So vulnerable then.
And a timeout called by Robert Jones with 47.8.
Just wants to get guys back in. No real timeout.
Jordan Leaks and Tremaine Kamara getting ready to check in. Florida's going to do the same. Empty the bench with Bennett Anderson taking the floor along with Cooper Josephberg.
You never feel good after a loss, but they expended energy, immersed themselves in the game, competed.
And as Robert Jones told us yesterday, stay true to who they were.
Look at the hands, Aberdeen.
Knock away. Retrieved by Leaks. Doesn't go for Myers. 33.5 left. The ball is out of bounds.
Klebjar got whacked around in there.
Coming up, the Yukon Huskies taking on the Oklahoma Sooners, the 2-time defending champions, ready to go. Doesn't go for Baines. The floater in and out for Leaks. Final 17 seconds. Urging Anderson to get involved. Josephberg as well. They're not going to do it. First step complete for the Florida Gators. The #1 seed in the West region. Strong performance in a victory over Norfolk State. Out of the MEAC, 95-69. Florida advances.